Over the past 20 years, Morebus has transported over millions of passengers every day with its busiest services on the M1 and M2 routes across Bournemouth and Poole. As Morebus celebrates its 20th anniversary on the M1 and M2 routes, it's time to look back on the past 20 years on the road. The number of journeys taken these popular routes, which operate between Bournemouth and Poole, has grown by a staggering 272% since the launch in December 2004. This is an incredible success story and wonderful confirmation that more people are choosing to travel by bus across the region. When Morebus launched these routes at the end of 2004, 49,000 journeys were taken during the first week. Our most recent figures show that this number has increased to 183,000. The COVID pandemic aside, have seen steady growth year on year and expect this trend to continue. And before it was rebranded to Morebus, back in the days it was Wilts and Dorset, now known as Morebus. More slogos, more catchier, more smarter, more ideal. In 2017, Morebus, part of Go Ahead Group, ordered some ADL single-deckers and 50200 MMCs to do a 2-year trial for its M1 and M2 route. As it proved to be a success, Morebus went and ordered 41 buses to operate its M1 and M2 services between Bournemouth and Poole, with an investment of £7.2 million. The Alexander Dennis and 50200 MMC vehicles offer free Wi-Fi, USB charging points for smartphones and handheld devices, contactless ticketing facilities, and run on low-emission fuel, which meant the older M1 and M2 buses were unbranded and put onto other routes where they were needed. In 2020, the COVID pandemic struck. Morebus were proud to unveil special rainbow bus back design in tribute to Bournemouth Poole and Ryder Dorset's key workers. Morebus provided bus services for essential travel in and around Bournemouth, Poole and beyond, and were therefore keen to show their appreciation to those carrying out vital roles in the areas we serve. The drivers, who are also key workers, were proud to be helping local heroes travel to Bournemouth and Poole hospitals and other locations. With this in mind, Morebus wanted to show the appreciation for everything key workers did for those living with our community. So many of us owe them a debt of gratitude, not only during these troubling times, but always. The rainbow bus will be used on the busiest routes, the M1 and M2 routes. It hopes to reflect on huge respect and the pride we have in transporting key worker heroes, from teachers, nurses, retail staff to doctors, carers, refuse collectors, and, of course, bus drivers. Morebus also give out Hero Awards. That's to drivers and staff and mechanics who go above and beyond. If you tell them your experience, they could be up for an award. Like, for example, in January 2024, Darren Steen won this award for his excellent customer service, engaging with every customer when they board and when they get off, as well as keeping high spirits and making people chuckle. Sometimes it's the little things that can brighten up someone's day. In March 2024, Matthew Groom won this award for going above and beyond when there was some trouble at Poole bus station. He calmed down a young girl when she was being troubled by a bigger group of lads and made her feel safe and comfortable. He got her on the correct bus and away from the situation without causing a scene. And in April 2024, John Squire won this award for always being cheerful and willing to help everyone. Nothing is too much trouble for him. He always does everything asked for him by his colleagues, including drivers, engineers, supervisors and management. If you know a Morebus hero who has gone above and beyond for you, let Morebus know and you could win a week's free travel. Go to morebus.co.uk/ourmoreheroes. In August 2022, Yellow Buses entered administration and sadly ceased trading on the 4th of August, leaving its Yellow Bus routes completely stranded. Morebus came to the rescue by taking over the former Yellow Bus routes and taking on its former drivers. And in the same year of 2022, Hannah Samways became one of the youngest ever female drivers at Morebus and in the country to be driving buses at the age of 19. She went viral across the world and was on ITV's Meridian Tonight.
Which is quite nice.
Hannah has just turned 19 and is a few weeks into her new job as a bus driver.
I quite like the way that you're in a different environment all the time every day. You're not stuck in one place. You've got the socialising with passengers, which is nice.
What do passengers make of you when they get on the bus and they see such a young female driving the bus, which is unusual?
Yeah, there's been a lot of comments, a lot of unexpected faces, but they are quite nice about it. They say that it's nice to see, which feels good.
In 2023, Morebus announced they were ordering 28 brand new buses to replace the single-deckers on the M1 and M2 routes. Following the seizing of Yellow Buses, Morebus had higher passenger demand, so therefore had to order double-deckers to meet its standard capacity. Before Morebus ordered another batch of ADL and Fire 400s for its M2 services, now completely double-deckers on both routes, and as well as M1 being extended from Castle Point to Royal Bournemouth Hospital. So obviously introduced earlier this year was a new free text to tackle any antisocial behaviour. So it's a bit like, for example, British Transport Police, what they do on the railway. So for example, if you see someone acting suspicious, like someone's acting drunk or disorderly, you can text a free number which should come up on the screen any second now. So it's a free text to 81018, and that's free text on SMS mobile phones. No standard charges, nothing like that. So basically, here we go. So if anyone's acting suspicious, like for example, I could type in young man with a camera videoing a bus stop at the time of etc. blah 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 blah. So obviously it would go to bcouncil.gov.uk to make safer bus travel and safer community and all that etc. You may have seen this pink bus if you've visited or you live in Bournemouth. You may have seen this around the Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole area. So basically, Morebus are on a mission to recruit more women. Following Hannah Samway's successful career as driving a bus aged just 19, Morebus are encouraging women who have the confidence and skills to drive buses. The event, dubbed Drive a Bus Like Us, has been described as a huge success, with several attendees from across the region keen to have a go at driving one of Poole-based operators' specially branded buses. A special driving circuit was set up at Bournemouth University to ensure there would be bus drivers had a safe environment to have a go at. So if you think you have what it takes to drive a bus, females, apply at morebus.co.uk/jobs-for-women. On the 31st of July 2023, Morebus decided to say goodbye to the key as most people started using the new tap on, tap off, as it's easy, contactless, paperless, best fare, and automatically calculates your best available daily fare. Although the £2 bus fare cap is set to end at the end of 2024, there will still be special offers and discounts for like group day travels and discounts etc. After a 4-year rest, Morebus announced they are bringing back the N1 and N2 services as well as the N5 for Friday and Saturday nights only at the moment. For early birds to the night owls, from a late night shift to a party night out, no more taxi worries, bus cheaper. And every Christmas, Morebus run a special timetable for its special routes M1 and M2 services, with the M2 being extended to Christchurch. Here's my, well, it's supposed to be called paper bus, but I call it like a cardboard bus because it's quite strong, but it's starting to get a bit torn because I've had it for quite a few years now. This is an Enviro 200, which Morebus still have, but obviously they're not really on the M1 and M2 routes anymore. You might sometimes see one of these on an M1 if they're desperate for, like, say a double-decker soft duty or something. But these were on trial back in 2017, and then they became a success, and then they went on the M1 and M2 routes. But obviously over the years, the M1 and M2's just got bigger and busier and grown up. So yeah, there you have it. Here's to another 20 years on the road. Cheers, Morebus.